Hello and welcome to People of RiteKit. Very excited to have with us someone very special, José Nieto. He was our former Android lead, our first one, and he currently advises us Android, of course. Super grateful to have him. Welcome, José. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Kristen. Thank you for inviting me for this.
You are very important to the history of RiteKit, and your experience is invaluable, not only to people who are interested in mobile, but I think anyone who would be interested in being a part of a startup. So really appreciate you being here. And
well, you're probably exaggerating, but thank you.
Before joining the team, you had already been educated and you were experienced. You had job opportunities, internship opportunities before joining RiteTag. What was appealing enough about our team, about the RiteTag project, that made you consider an unpaid internship with us?
Well, in that stage of my career, I was trying to start working as an Android developer, but I didn't have the experience, and I was struggling to find a role. Because I didn't get any role, I didn't have the experience, and I was like moving in cycles. And when I found about RiteTag, I thought it was exactly what I was looking for, a place where I could really get experience, take my skills to the next level, and show the potential employers that I was in the right level. So when I read about the company, about the experience of previous interns, I quickly realized it was exactly what I was looking for.
Okay, and what can you say about the web and back-end guys that you work with, Pavel and Michal?
Most of what we do relies a lot on the backend. And if the backend is not working, the rest of our technologies are not going to work properly. And I always found that having them working on the backend, it was essentially peace of mind. You could see everything was covered properly. Many times, maybe I found an issue, and when I go to report it, they are already working on it, and in a few minutes they have a fix. So I think they were really excellent professionals on the field. Obviously, any interns that work in the web will have the opportunity to work with them, which is really cool.
Can you tell us about one or two really frustrating or difficult tasks that you worked on and how overcoming obstacles helped you go further with Android development?
Probably my first task with the project was splitting all the base code that we have into different apps, because it was all, let's say, mixed. So there were parts of the code that were going to be in different apps at the same time. Some of the parts of the code that were going to be only in one particular app, but not in the others. And there were a lot of dependencies that I will needed to clean and clear. So it was quite. I had to go very deeply into the code, and the good thing is that allowed me to have a very good understanding on every piece of it and how everything worked. So that was probably one of the biggest things that I did.
Todd, who is another former team member, he continues to advise us on the project as a whole, while you do so for Android development, with Joydeep now leading Android development. Can you tell us about working with Todd and Joydeep?
Working with Todd was just great. He's a very good guy, amazing professional. And as I was reported lightly to him, he gave me a lot of uh, mm, room to take decisions and to do things the way that I thought that it was better. Um, so I really appreciate all the time that we spend together in the project. Regarding Joydeep, when he joined the team, I remember he quickly catch up with everything. He was very efficient. He didn't need a lot of explanation with just some few things. He really knew what he had to do and could deliver very quickly. And also he came out with ideas and proposed things that were very mm, sensible and very reasonable. So now that he is the Android lead, I know that you are also well covered.
So what did Todd and or Michal do to ensure that you benefited from your experience with working with us?
Well, I think as an intern, uh, I expected to learn, to have the opportunity to have exposure to interesting things. And I remember Sat gave me a lot of room to say like, uh, take decisions on this, on that. And I felt like I could really benefit from the internship. Like there was a part of the internship that somehow was for me to enjoy and to learn, not only to just deliver something. And I think that was a big difference. But I also tried to transfer to the rest of the interns. Once I become the Android lead, I thought these guys are here for the same reason that I am. Like maybe I'm more experienced or I have some other skills that I can put on the table, like management and things like this. But at the end of the day, we're all here for the same reason. So I was also trying to make them do things that they will not be doing in other similar roles or other companies, the, the same way that I was doing things that I will not have been doing in other places.
Did they offer to support you when they suggested sub-projects that they wanted you to take on and people that would report to you?
Yeah, definitely. I never felt I was alone at all. Uh, Anytime I needed something or I asked for something, there was always someone there. Obviously, we work with different time zones, and the difference in time is sometimes very big. But being online, just send a message. So can we talk? And it was like 5-10 minutes later, you are on a call, speaking and sharing whatever problem you have. We're speaking about different alternatives that we could approach. So yeah, always everything was very smooth, and I felt uh, I was in the right place.
Saul tells me that losing you as our first head of Android development was and remains painful, but understands that between our finances and where you are in life and career made it impossible for us to make a meaningful offer to you. We're grateful that you advise us and continue to work with Joydeep and Michal and Saul. People thinking to do an internship with RiteKit want to know that if they do well with us, it will open doors.
You need to come with the idea that what you want to get back from it, and from my perspective, I thought the more I put on here, the more I'm gonna get back, because after all, it's an investment on myself, on getting the experience, on having the exposure to certain things. So I think we are all in the team by that time. We're more or less in the same situation, and it's really cool to work with a team that is everyone in the team is so committed as you are, and we really work hard, but we all learn, and I think that is about the commitment of getting the most of it. What would make a difference? It's quite common that people ask me about the experience because it was my first commercial experience, and I remember before I finished the internship, I had 3 interviews in 2 weeks, and I got an offer for 3 of them. So obviously it made a big difference. Also, when I speak about what we've done, how we've done it, I show the app. Obviously, people get quite impressed, and I feel like it has opened really a lot of doors for me. The harder you work, the more you're gonna get back. And here's a company that really acknowledges when someone does a good job, when someone makes a difference. We have examples like Sad or Camila or Joydeep, who started in the company as interns, and they become actual employers of the company. So obviously they did a lot of good work, and they were very committed to make the difference.
A lot of people intern with RiteKit, just a few make the team. Can you give advice to someone who is hoping for a job offer from us at the end of the internship and tell them what they need to do?
Well, it's more or less actually what I said before, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's obviously it's a fact that there are possibilities because other people have had offers in the past, and I'm sure some interns will have offers in the future. But obviously, only the best can have that opportunity. So it's about working hard and showing that you are one of the best.
Saul and Michal wanted me to extend their continued gratitude. Saul isn't directly involved in our Android development. That's mainly run by Michal and Joydeep, but of course he's well aware of your profound impact that you've made while you led Android, and how you continue to inspire our people to learn faster, take initiative, and communicate better. From all of us, thank you so much for staying on as an advisor.
Thanks to you. It's my pleasure.
Any last final comment that you would like to leave, kind of like as a legacy?
Well,
legacy advice.
probably I remember before joining the company, I read something that Saul wrote, probably in Angel List or somewhere, or Medium, saying like we are like kind of family, and it's like okay, well maybe it's just, and in some extent I would say this is actually true, because we created some built some relationships together that I have not been able or found in other companies, and we work hard, we work together, we share things, sometimes we connect just to speak about something which may not be war related, and at the end of the day you feel really close to the people you're working with, in spite of being so many miles away from each other, right?